Hello everybody and welcome back to the Pokemon X Randomizer Nuzlocke. In the last episode we left off here with a bit of a change to our team, and as you can see in the overlay, the team has a little bit of an update once more, because Berta has evolved and everybody's level 14. And you might be thinking, but the upcoming gym is level 10 and 12. Why did you go all the way to level 14? And I'll get to that once we have no more itchy ears. Once we have taken a look at the current team, we have Gerald with Scratch, Flame Charge, Amber, and Howl. We have Berta with Tackle, Growl, Quick Attack, and Wing Attack, and of course, a new evolution. And then we have Charlotte, which has Technician, which is going to be good. With Scratch, Baton Pass, which isn't useful right now, but I think it might become a bit of fun eventually. And then Sand Attack and Astonish. But the combination between Technician, Scratch, and the fact that Scratch is Stab makes Scratch actually a very good move. Okay, so up next, why is everybody level 14? Also, I think I might have missed an opportunity to capture a Pokemon last episode. No, I can't go up here yet, I don't think. So I might not have. I don't know. I didn't look at this kind of stuff off screen, but I feel like there might be another Pokemon worth capturing around here somewhere. And if that's the case, I would very much like that. And as a matter of fact, I might actually stop recording and probably not bring it up to level 14, but like level 13 seems somewhat reasonable there. Just because the gym leader we're about to face doesn't just have to Pokemon. The gym leader we're about to face will have 6, because that is a part of the randomization. Was that Sucker Punch? Did I read that correctly? Because that didn't go before my move. Probably wasn't Sucker Punch. So all the important trainer battles have IVs of 31 across the board, which is going to make it a little bit difficult to deal with. But also, all the important trainer battles, namely the gym leaders, I assume the rival fights as well, even though there's not a lot of them in this game, all have 6 Pokemon. And I just need a little bit of extra levels, because the coverage on my team is horrible. If I run into, well, in my Discord we were just talking about it, if I run into a Lantern, for instance, I'm screwed, because that covers both Fennekin. Well, actually, I guess Ambipom works for that. So maybe if I run into a rock types are actually a better example, because I can't do anything against rock types, like, at all. Can I walk past all of you people? I think I might be able to. I'm looking for a new Pokemon because I'm scared. I just want a little bit of coverage on my team. And if it's a good coverage, I won't even have to like level it up a lot. I'll level it up a little bit, because obviously I'm not going to go into the gym with anything under level 10. But I just need coverage, and I didn't want to do that off screen. So I haven't gone in this direction whatsoever yet. I'm just hoping that I'm going to be able to find anything. Also, while doing the grinding here, I noticed how freaking rare Ambipom actually is. We got so lucky getting that Ambipom. On the other hand side, maybe we didn't get that lucky, because there's also the T-Rex Pokemon, Tyrantrum, in here. Surely I can't. No, I can't. Okay. So I can't go anywhere yet, other than Route 22, which I already... Okay, so there's no reason for me to be here, is what we'll learn today. And let's try to avoid all trainers, because this is going to be a fairly lengthy battle, I imagine, in the gym. And I want to use as much time as I possibly can for that. And it'll be about 10 minutes in before we actually get to it, because we have to do this battle, then we have to do the... That's potentially bad. That is potentially bad. I was thinking about leveling up Gerald to level 16 so that it evolves. You take that well. I mean, I know you're a Venusaur, and as such are a fully evolved Pokemon. But Leveling up level 16 for two specific reasons. One of them being evolution increases base stat totals, which means more powerful moves. But also I think it means psychic type. And I think upon evolution, Fennekin or Brexian, I suppose, learns a psychic type move. I just don't know which one. Probably like Psybeam or Confusion or something. But that would be very good for coverage against, for instance, Rock type, which again we can't do anything against because the only offensive moves we have are Flying type, Normal type, and Fire type. So if you run into any Rock types, which we could, right? Because we're going to have to face, I don't know how many Pokemon the trainer that gives us the roller skates has. Probably not a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and guess 3. I don't know how many gym trainers we're going to face, but say we face another like 6 Pokemon from gym trainers, and then the battle itself against the gym leader is going to be 6 Pokemon. So that means in total we'll be facing like 15 Pokemon in here, if my guesses are correct. One of them being a problematic Rock type. There is a pretty good chance of that because there is like let's say 800 Pokemon, right? So the chance of running into any random Pokemon is 15 in 800. So that's about like 1 in 70. The chance of any of those Pokemon being a Rock type is... I don't know how many Rock types there are, but just all the fossils, if you add up all those, that's probably like 15 Rock types right there. And that's not even taking into account things like the Golem line, that's another 3, and then there's probably like 50 Rock types, at least. Probably more, actually, but I'm gonna go with 15 here. And the reason I'm only using Gerald for right now is, as long as type coverage doesn't matter, I want Gerald to get as much experience as possible, so that it might evolve before the battle, hopefully. So it's pretty much like statistically something is never guaranteed, right? But for all intents and purposes, it's pretty much guaranteed that we'll run into at least a Rock type. If that's a Geodude, that's fine. If that's a... what would be a problematic Rock type? If that's a Bastiodon, that's actually not too bad because it's also Steel type. If that's an Aerodactyl, we have a problem. So I'm really hoping that we don't run into an Aerodactyl today, because that would be a problem. As would things like Omanyte. Well, Omanyte, maybe not. Omastar, definitely. And Kabutops. And Gen 2 didn't actually have fossils. And then Armaldo and Laleep. Both would be very problematic as well. Also, we're definitely not going to be running into 15 Pokemon, because that trainer only had 1, this one only has 2, and then the gym leader has 6, so that's a total of 9, which makes my whole calculation way different, and the odds of running into any problematic Pokemon significantly lower. So maybe we won't run into a Rock type and we'll be fine. And maybe I just overreacted when I heard I'm going to have to face a team full of 6 IV, 31 IV, 6 Pokemon. Maybe I just overreacted and I overleveled to crap. In which case, next... well, I want to say next episode. I don't know if it's next episode, but next gym, I'll overlevel a little bit less. Also because by the time we get to the next gym, I hope to have a little bit of a more balanced team on my hands. I'm not sure that I will, but potentially I could. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the backgrounds of these videos, with like the leaf animations, leaves blowing in the wind. I very much like it. I think it's a little bit more lively. It just adds a little bit... fuck. It just adds a little bit to the video. But episode 1 and 2 took 3 hours per episode to render, because what I did is I got a pre-made animation from YouTube and I just looped it over and over and over again. But since it was a YouTube video, it didn't have like a transparency to it, so I had to use chroma keying, the thing you usually do with something like a green screen, but instead with a white background, because obviously the leaves themselves are green, so you couldn't do that with a green screen. And then I also blurred them, and I did some other things, and altogether that just kind of made it a pain to render. And I'm not going to render for 3 hours per video. So what I did is I made a... Thank you! Thank you so much! Again, I might be overreacting here. I might be overreacting, but just the fact that I have my evolved starter makes me feel a lot better. So I took a 15-minute loop and exported that with a transparency to it, and that file is like 30 gigabytes. I was going to do a 1 hour one, but that file would have been like 250 gigabytes, and I didn't get a psychic type move. At least I got some more special attack out of it, I assume. So I'm using that one in this video, but I'm curious to hear what you guys even think about the animated background. It's not really an animated background, it's like an animation on the background, which is a subtle but important difference as far as like graphic design goes, I suppose. So what do you think about it? Is it like distracting? Is it annoying? Do you guys like it? I personally do like it, and it'll be a little while before this episode goes up. But I'm also recording this very close to me going on vacation, so by the time this goes up and I record the next batch of episodes, which will probably be like this episode and next, and maybe the one after that, and then I'll only record once I get back from vacation. I might stop doing the animation on the background if you guys actually don't like it, because I mean, it's easier for me, I like it, but at the end of the day, I'm not the one watching these videos, I'm the one making them, and I only watch them during editing, and I don't even watch them because I know what happens, so I know what to do where. So long story short, let me know what you think about the leaves in the background. That's going to be the common question of the day, even though I don't have it on the overlay anymore, because it just felt forced. As I said, when I have an important or useful or fun question to ask, I will ask it still. Now, let's focus on the gym battle itself a little bit, because we're 12 minutes in and we're about to face 6 fully IV bred Pokemon, which only have level up moves, granted, but that could still be... It's gonna be easy, isn't it? It's going to be a very easy gym. Okay, so you're level 10. This is going to one-shot. This is definitely going to one-shot. Yeah, no chance in hell that one-shots. Okay. That's level 11. Usually there's not a level 11 Pokemon in here. So I was wondering how the levels are chosen for the... Because usually the level doesn't get changed, right? You just have a gym leader with 3 Pokemon, or a level 16, 18 and 21 Pokemon, for instance. And then just what type of Pokemon with what moves it is gets changed. But now that they're adding in Pokemon, I wondered how they would do with the level, but it looks like they just pick a value between the lowest and highest one. Probably randomized, I assume, but there's only one value in between. So I'm going to go ahead and guess that the rest of her Pokemon are all level 11 and there's one level 12 one left. That's my best guess here. So how much is Ember going to do against a Raichu? Could be worse. Could be better though. I can take another one of those even if it is a crit. And I outspeed, so... Or you can use a Tail Whip, that honestly is fine with me too. I kind of prefer... Oh, you have potions, of course. That's going to heal a lot. Actually, it heals about the same that I deal in damage. And I outspeed, so this is the end of your Raichu. Okay, that's Raichu dealt with. So far, so good. So far, this is not a particularly difficult gym yet, and I'm level 17. Do I get a Psychic type move? Please tell me I get a Psychic type move. I don't get a Psychic type move. I mean, I kind of cursed myself there, didn't I? I kind of did. But I also just realized I do have Astonish, which has a good chance to flinch, and is actually a ghost type move, so it's neutral against Rampardos. And it still does freaking nothing, but it's flinching. So maybe this is the way we do this. Because we outspeed, and if it keeps flinching, we'll be fine. Focus energy. Honestly, I'm kind of fine with that. By all means, keep using focus energy, because you're going to die. Just get flinched again. Okay, that's the end of Charlotte. Or it isn't. Or it is not. Do you have a rock type move yet? Why would I send in Berta though? I need to. I need to take a chance and hope that it flinches again. Because two Astonishers will probably take it out. Or I can get a crit. That's fine too. But I need to take the chance here. I had to. I had to. It's a sacrifice that had to be made. Because if I had gone into Berta, there's nothing I would have been able to do. And I don't think either Gerald or Berta would have really taken an attack well enough to the point where they would have lived for the Pokemon after this anyway. Because there's a lot of Pokemon left. And I'm guessing this Amber will be able to take out the Rampardos. So, even though it's not very effective. So that was a sacrifice that had to be made. It's not one that I was happy to make, because I was really looking forward to having Charlotte on the team with, like, in the future. At least I got Psybeam now. Could have used that a little bit earlier. Like, exactly one Pokemon earlier. At least Venonat is easy to deal with. So, even though I am level 18, going up against like level 11 and 12 Pokemon, I lost one Pokemon, so you guys can't complain. That's the rule here. I lose Pokemon, you guys can't complain about me being overleveled. Because if I were really that overleveled, I wouldn't lose Pokemon. And if I were much lower leveled, I definitely would have died against that Rampardos. You remember back when I had Astonish on my team? What is this? What is this gym? This is horrible. This is the first gym. The Intimidator's not going to do a lot against the Alakazam though. This is scary. I don't know. Confusion, please. Like, do 10 HP or... I was going to say or more by accident. I meant or less. Min-Max could take out Staravia here. Okay, hear me out here. He outspeeds me. So, if I use Wing Attack, I move second, with the chance of me dying. If I use Quick Attack, I move first with a chance of him not dying. But if I live the attack, I can use the second Quick Attack and finish him off next turn, because it's got priority. If I don't live the attack, either way Berta will die, and I would rather have done some damage in that case. So Quick Attack is the best option here, I think. And it does not take it out. And it uses Teleport. Okay. I did not think about that being a factor, being able to use Teleport. Okay, so that's the Alakazam done. I think that only leaves one more Pokemon to deal with. And it's probably going to be a Rayquaza. Rayquaza. It's a Tangrowth. I can deal with a Tangrowth. No problem whatsoever. Actually, both my Pokemon are really capable of dealing with a Tangrowth. But I'm scared, so I'm going to go into the one that's stupidly high leveled. And after that, I think we're going to capture at least one or two more Pokemon. There's no reason to be scared. This is just going to... This is going to one-shot, obviously. This is going to give me a lot of experience. And Gerald is definitely going to not level up. I was going to say definitely going to get to level 19. Not so much. Let me go into my Discord, because we were just talking about this gym battle, and the reason I did get notified about like the 6 Pokemon team thing is because we were talking about it in my Discord. I'll link down below in the description, by the way. It's a fun place to hang out. And I decided let's go grind a little bit more, and that saved my ass here. So I'm so happy that I got notified about that before going in here. But let me just go into my Discord. Man, that gym battle is fucking brutal. Holy crap! That is fucking brutal. That being said, we made it with only 1 casualty, and it's not a good casualty. But then again, I think none of the Pokemon on my team I would have very much liked to die. So it's kind of, it's all right at the end of the day. What are you talking about? Mysterious statues? I really don't give a shit. Okay, so let's go put away our dead team member and then add in some more team members. Also, something every playthrough of Pokemon X and Y should include: benches. Let's keep going. Yeah, let's not heal, because we've got a dead Pokemon. That's just going to be disturbing. Just go into a hospital with a corpse. Like, can you please fix this for me? No, sir. I'm afraid we cannot. Hello, Karen. You were, you would have been nice to have against the Rampardos. Yeah, it would have been nice, actually. The thing is, if Berta can stay alive for a long period of time, Berta is going to be more useful than a Swanna would be. And like getting close combat, for instance, on a Staraptor, it's going to be good. That does require my Pokemon not to die. And I don't know if you've ever seen any of my Nuzlockes, but yeah, that just doesn't happen, things not dying. So I think this is where I get the EXP share, right? I think it is. So from here on out, grinding is going to be a significantly less annoying task, because I did spend like an hour grinding because I ran into a lot of Pokemon that I just couldn't beat, and that's Route 4. So technically, there's probably different catch lists for the different flowers, but I'm only allowed to catch the first thing I run into anyway, so... And then we're going to Lumio City, which means that we're going to get our second starter. I don't like friendship evolutions. And I don't think I can easily get a Dawnstone to get a Togekiss either. And I don't think that it'll survive this. It did. And it has Metronome. That could be interesting. Very unreliable, but... Ah, okay. So that was the thing. Let's just catch this thing and be done with it. I'm sure that we're getting screwed again, because Togepi is not good. I don't like friendship evolutions. So between episodes, is what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk around for like 2 hours. That's what I'm going to do. Then we have a Togetic, which is a little bit better. Togekiss actually is a good Pokemon, but again, I don't think we'll be able to easily get a Dawnstone to evolve it, or a Shiny Stone. I don't know which one we need. I think it's a Shiny Stone actually. Maybe you can buy one in Lumio City. Maybe you can, in which case we're going to have a Togekiss very soon, and I do appreciate that, even though it's not a flying type. For the time being, we're going to call you a Harry, because I've been watching Harry Potter videos. That's the only reason you need. So yeah, we're probably going to get royally screwed and run into a actually good Pokemon soon again, just as we did on Route 2, because I literally got the worst thing in the universe out of Route 2. Well, maybe the Azurill would have been worse. Again, that's a long-term versus a short-term thing. In the short-term, definitely Azurill is worse. Long-term, Azumarill is better than Swanna. But I'm going to skip the trainer battles as much as I can. I'm sorry about the cursor being honest. Parasect would have been so much better. I mean, it wouldn't have been like great, don't get me wrong, but it would have been better. A lot of things would have been better, to be honest. At least it's experience. I don't know what's up with my frame rate. I guess it's just the emulator not being very good, because it's not like I'm doing anything intensive with my computer at the moment. Maybe like having the rendering resolution of the emulator game being like about 10 times the usual 3DS resolution isn't a good idea either. But I like it to look nice. So do we battle these people? Also hiccups. Do we? It does not look like we do. Which is good, so we can get into Lumio City and get ourselves our second starter. Hopefully. The thing is, we get a TM4 return, which is going to be very good on Togekiss or Togetic once we get there. Because we need a good friendship level either way. So, what I'm going to do for the second batch of starters is actually do the trainer ID thing. So 1, 2, 3 is left, 4, 5, 6 is middle, 7, 8, 9 is right, and 0 is I get to choose. And then it's about the last number of my trainer ID. It's a 3, so I think that is Squirtle, probably? So we're going to get a Blastoise potentially, a Mega Blastoise if it survives that long, but having the Water type really adds a lot. Then again, it might not actually be Squirtle. Even if it's Bulbasaur, I'll be fine. I just hope it will not be Charmander. Even though I very much like Mega Charizard X because it's finally a Dragon type and it's black. And I like black dragons. Black dragons are dope as fuck. But I just don't want another fire type. And it's going to be a while before we can actually take advantage of it being a Mega. Because we need to get to like the 4th gym for that to even happen. So, a Mega Blastoise and a Mega Venusaur both are totally fine as well. So, I think I'm on the wrong floor. Am I? I'm not. So I don't know. I think I'll be happiest with a Squirtle. But I wouldn't mind a... Actually, maybe... Actually, I'd be happiest with Bulbasaur, because that also takes care of water types, which I am fairly weak to right now. So... But I think it is a Squirtle. You do give me the new starters, or the Kanto starters, right? Don't you? Am I misremembering something? Does that happen later? Okay, no. An even more interesting question here is, I have to battle Professor Sycamore with all 3 Kanto starters, but are those randomized? I guess we'll find out. I'm going to assume that they are. Here are 6 Pokemon. Here are 6 of them. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. They're all fairly low level. They're all fairly low level, I think. Thor. What level are you? You're level 10. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. Unless you have a legendary Pokemon at level 10, which is fine. Which is not fine, I mean. Because it's definitely not going to be a legendary once I get to pick them. Okay, let's use an Ember because you might actually use a potion. You don't. I didn't think this would be a battle that's classified as like story importance. I didn't even consider the fact that this could be the XP shares turned on. I mean, I guess Harry needed the experience. And Harry is getting quite a bit of experience. Cricket Tots. Thank you. You're making this easy for me. You're making this... I read Cricket Tot and my mind went immediately to Cricket Tool. But Cricket Tot, actually, it's all better. I don't mind facing a Cricket Tot. Next up is going to be something horrible, isn't it? You're making this easy for me. I don't mind, but I am very scared because I know one of your Pokemon is just going to be an enormous pain in the ass. Just a question, which one is it going to be? Nothing dies in one hit though. Actually, the Cricketot did, never mind. But considering... I think I just have bad IVs because they all have 31 IVs across the board. So that's why everybody is surviving, because if they were even down to like 30 or 29, they probably wouldn't. There we have it. There we have it. I'm gonna stay in. Again, in my mind something went wrong there, and I read Kabuto and I made it Kabutops. Actually, I'm not surprised. I'm not scared about a Kabuto. Kabutops would have been scary. Kabuto, you just die. Okay. Never mind. This is easy. Still easy. Drifloon. I mean, I don't have anything super effective against... It happened again! I was expecting a Drifblim to come out. I'm just so on edge. I'm scared about what's going to come out. I always assume it's the worst version of whatever I read. Yeah, I probably should have seen that coming. That is super effective, isn't it? That's a ghost type move. It's supposed to be super effective. I'm not a psychic type yet. Am I still a pure fire type and Psybeam is not stab? Must be the case. This might honestly be the most... This time I didn't think it was a Volcarona coming out. This time I knew it was a Larvesta. And I don't think Larvesta is that difficult to deal with, really. But I don't know, honestly. The only thing that I've ever seen... I only ever run into Volcarona. I don't think I've ever really faced a Larvesta before, now that I mention it. I've had one. Well, I've only had one in the sense that I had it before it evolved into a Volcarona, and I did like switch training and EXP share training with it. So I've never even seen one on the battlefield, like literally, I don't think. Not that I can recall anyway. Maybe I did. Fuck if I know. This episode is running a little bit long, so could you please just give me my starter and my money? And I can end up this episode, because I don't want this to be an hour-long episode. Okay, we're going for the left one, which is Bulbasaur. Thank you, Arceus, god of all Pokemon. Bulbasaur is our new encounter for Lumio City. And in the next episode we get yet another, maybe two other encounters, which means that we're going to fill up the team. Of course we're going to give it a nickname. It is a boy. We're suddenly getting male Pokemon. It's something I'm not used to. And you are going to be Frank. Are these all very bad names? They are. But I think that's kind of like part of the appeal of the naming here. They're all very, very bad names. So that is going to do it for us today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you have indeed enjoyed this video, which hopefully you have. And I'm trying to stall until like this dialogue box disappears. You can also join the Discord link down below in the description. I I messaged people in the Discord live during this episode telling that the gym leader was like horrible. And just come hang out and please, Sycamore, shut the up, because I want to end the episode. Until the next time, I'll see you back then. Bye.